what's going on? Y'all ain't ready for this one. I certainly am not because I don't know where anything is. Come on, Photoshop. Boom! There it isn't. Hold on, give me a sec. Um, there he is. I'm gonna give y'all a couple seconds before I really get into it. Yeah, there he is. Sorry, I'm just gonna be talking to myself for the rest of the stream now. It's already what I do anyway, so. Alright, check this out. I've been getting really into music lately. And I'll tell you, it's really good. It's so good that I would listen to it even more. I'm gonna do that Georgia Smith song. Georgia Smith? Um, Little Things. Are we live? Oh, wait, no, I'm live. I'm live, I think. Right? Wait a minute. No, yeah, see, it's live. It's live. I just cut into this and I'm just like, I'm humming to myself. um, These people in my DMs. All right. Y'all ready for this? Right? Is that right? Um. Sorry, I'm just doing some calculations on something. I'll start probably at 45. That's the plan. Two. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So, um, a lot of these have a theme, and some of them don't. But this one today, it really doesn't. The only theme I got going on right now is that what is that sound? What is that horrible sound? Anyway, the only theme I've got going on is freaking this thing. This thing over here. I'm pointing at my face. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm just gonna be messing around because I really want to get good at it. Like so far, I mean, it's not bad. This is also me just making an interesting thumbnail. Like, this is not really what I wanted it to be at the end of the day. The original photo. Let's close that one real quick. The original photo is. Let's just do 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, I know. Like, the original's like somewhere around here. Oh, you can't see this. Oops. The original's somewhere around here. I was just kind of messing around with lighting and doing some kind of cool stuff and whatnot, right? And I had my shirt open, and you know how that goes. You know how that goes. All right, I can shut this shit down. I don't want to hear myself talk right now. So what I'm gonna do, sorry, my telephone is doing something weird. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on Georgia Smith, her music, and I don't know why it's playing on this computer. I want it on my breaking phone. Oh, it scared me. Something that's been messing with me lately is headphones. Like, I got Hold on, hold on. Sorry, I wasn't ready for the music. Like, you get the over-the-ear headphones or even normal headphones, and they're just a little too like they're a little too real sounding. So you think whatever it is that you're listening to is sometimes in the room, and you're home alone. You're like, what was that? What was that? And so that happens to me quite a bit. I freak out because I'm like, what? I nobody here. I don't know what that's coming. Anyway, so we're getting to the music here. So this is the original. I was messing around. I was doing a lot. I mean, I guess we can look through a couple photos of what I have done. Let's go ahead and full screen this baby while we're at it. Oops. A couple things. Oh, okay. So I've been doing this thing, and I did this on the last stream as well. I think it was this one. I'm pretty sure I did something. I think it was the last stream. I don't know. Anyway, I did something similar to this. Again, this is Victoria. I'm forgetting how to pronounce her last name right now, so if she's watching this, please forgive me. Just I really, what I really liked about this one was, um, there was Salvador Dali. Okay, Salvador Dali. Salvador Dali. Okay, Hold on. Oops. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oops. Sorry. Salvador Dali. Um, he was a painter, a surrealist, and all of that. Now, I'm thinking here. I really loved Salvador Dali's kind of stuff. Like, there's this one specific one that I'm looking for here. So I'm gonna let you guys just look at this for a second. But there's a specific statue in the sky painting. There's a specific one. I don't know I don't even know what to call it, honestly. And there's so many. That's the issue. I don't know where. It was okay. I'm just gonna tell you just to give you guys context of why I know about this artwork. It was I had an ex-girlfriend, and in her bedroom on the wall, she had this Salvador Dali painting, not paint. It was like a print, but and that one always stood out to me because like just the way that I mean I could just pick anyone honestly. Like, let's go. Let's just you know what? Let's just go with this one. Give me this one. Give me this one. Yeah. Drop it in. Okay. Now that's quite interesting. Okay. Now what I really liked about his artwork was I mean, obviously it's the surrealist. Like, it doesn't feel real. Most of it feels very liquid. Like, I'm assuming that's what most art historians or whoever's would think about it. But what I liked about it, the colors. There's a certain when I look at artwork like this, there's a certain like the best way I can explain it is there's a certain taste, flavor of like something liquid. But I don't know. It's like another sense. I don't know what else to call it exactly because it's not like it's not it's in the mouth, but it's also in the eyes. I don't know. It's a combination of things. Anyway, I don't. There's probably some sort of medical person who would be able to explain it better than I am. I'm just gonna give it a second, just see if I can actually find. I'm not texting my ex to find out though. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. Hold on, let me see. Is there anybody on here? I'm not doing it. I'm not texting her. I swear. Let's see. Okay. Maybe statue in the sky. Floating painting. I could be literally any of them. Was it like? There was Jesus? Was he in it? Wait, is it this one? It's oh wait, no. Like freaking out over here. I don't exactly know. But nonetheless, I don't know if I'm gonna get like completely surrealist with this necessarily. But I'm gonna be doing something. This is kind of blurry, but you get the gist. It's interesting. That is way too blurry to even understand what's happening. Let me try again. There you go. That's a little better. No, never mind. Not better. No, it's better. Okay. Um, I guess it's the bold colors, the this and the that, and then whatever. And so, um, I mean, obviously, if I was trying to recreate that with this artwork here, I would um, do I would do I don't know, like what would I don't know. I don't know what I would do, but nonetheless, we're gonna be trying something similar to this again. What I did recently, and by recently I mean 2 days ago, I think, I did this same photo shoot as this guy here. I was sort of like doing this glass thing that I was talking about here. I did that over here. Why is it so blurry? Was it always like that? It's blurry on this screen, but not on that screen. Interesting. Anyway, something like that. We're gonna be doing that. So, um, yes, that's what we're gonna be doing today. Maybe not specifically like maybe not specifically this, like the glass pane thing that I've been doing here, but I'll be doing something, right? So, with what does further ado mean? I'm gonna look that up real quick. It's just something I need to know right now. Further ado. Without any more delay. No, I'm definitely doing further ado. Because we're gonna have more delay. Give me more delay, please. Um, all right, check this out. All right, so let's talk about this. This guy. Okay, what I was doing with the lighting, there was a lighting on the staircase all the way over this way, and then there was another light right here, and then I had a flag or a piece of what's the freaking circle thing? The reflectors. I had a reflector, but it was like the dark side, so you couldn't see anything on it, right? And that's what this like line in the middle here. I thought it was pretty cool. The sparkle in the eyes. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. But one thing I don't like. I mean, I love this shirt. I don't think I have that shirt in this room at the moment, but I love this shirt so much. I think I should have closed it up a little bit. I think I'm like a little too skinny, but we're not gonna get into my body dysmorphia. We'll figure that out later. Um, uh, but we're gonna go here. So I think I'm gonna crop it. Unfortunately, I mean to all you who are like no, like I can see in the comments you're all like freaking out, like oh no, give me the neck back, and I said nah, that's not happening. So we're gonna give you gonna give you some head. We're gonna give you some head, and then we're gonna figure it out from there. Okay, so my personal preference. I love color. I do. Get this one off it. Let's. I don't. I love making blue. I love making blue. I think it's kind of funny. So we're gonna get like I want to figure out a different method of doing these things. I mean, but that is pretty cool though. I will say. And it's a solidly lit image as well. We're gonna make blue. You know what? Um, we're gonna make blue for sure. So we're gonna come over here. We're gonna do. Ah! This feels like what's the group the you suck but hey you wanna talk about but you're not allowed. What's that one called? Not allowed TV girl. This feels like the blue. This feels like the blue one. I really like speaking of TV girl, I don't really I haven't listened to them too much, but I really kind of like the idea, the man and woman, and like the way that they present the thing is pretty interesting. Anyway, just over here having a good time. All right, so we're right now gonna just to kind of explore. We're gonna talk about, but they're not out loud. I told you we're getting weird, so we're getting weird. I like I give that disclaimer every single time I I stream. Like it's we already know I'm weird. Um, so like maybe a blue underpaint, and then let's go. Let's go with this. Excuse me. Oh, scary. See, okay, so I've been doing the same thing with portraits, um, but I always feel like there's something that I'm missing. I've been trying this for so long, like it's ever since I started to. I immediately go to this like color thing because I really like the idea of changing colors of skin and faces and stuff like that. Like, I really like the idea of it. But there's like, I never know when a portrait is done. I don't know when an artwork is done in general. I mean, this could be done. I mean, like seriously, like let's there's a lot of like themes like, oh, I can make it gothic, like, oh, I'm a freaking oh, this is a scary vampire guy or something like that. That's not what I want. I don't think I think I just make things and I don't think of the theme. So it's like, what's he up to? And this looks evil. I don't want it to be evil, you know? Um, let's see. Let's back up. Let's back up. Let's back up. Back up. Just get rid of everything. Like, what is the? I guess what I'm trying to figure out, what is the purpose of a portrait? So, the things I know about portraits, the first thing that comes to mind. So, I'm going to look this up just to be factually correct for the first time ever in my life. First time ever. Uh, what Native American tribe thought photography was stealing the soul? Soul theft photography. Now this is kind of getting into a metaphysical something whatever. Um. All right, we're gonna. Can I show this? I don't know. It's. I don't know how to do this. Hold on. Wait, I do know how to do this. All right, we're going to window capture, and we're all gonna read along, and then I'm gonna call on somebody in the audience, and I'm gonna ask them to read along as well. Um. Let's see here. Dell. There we go. So, my the first thing that comes to my mind when I'm doing this, I guess. Let's have my portrait on the side just for fun, just so we can continue the conversation. So, this looks very professional. Anyway, um, so my thoughts here. So I don't know exactly where this comes from. We might even find out in the chat here. Wait, let me get my face. Not in the chat, in the whatever I'm talking about right now. Here we are. This might be in the reading here, but basically what I'm thinking here is um somewhere on the internet years ago I heard about um a Native American and this is what the thing said, Native American tribe that thought because like photography had just sort of started out in this was around the 18 whatevers, like mid to late 1800s, and they perceived photography as stealing somebody's soul, and I thought that was interesting. And I think in the right context, it could be considered stealing somebody's soul. Because if I mean, I guess the way that people used it for colonization and stuff like that, um, like people, photographers coming out of nowhere and just taking photos of people without their permission or without knowing who they are or whatever like that. Um, I think they were right in thinking that was stealing the soul because I think taking a photo of somebody without their permission, and then using it however you want to, that's definitely like that's definitely it. So, for example, like there was photos of the migrant mother. I'm sure everybody is aware of who that is, but I'll just put it up there just for mother photos. Migrant mother photo. So the original, this photo is the one they chose for all the headlines about the Dust Bowl and the whatever years this was. But um, but in reality, there was other photos. They took other photos and they were smiling. The kids like. Let me find a good example. Hold on. Maybe there's not a good example. Maybe I'm lying. Is this kid smiling or crying? He seems to be crying. Um, all right. I messed up my. While I was in school, I learned about this other. There was other examples of um the like migrants and everything like that who were affected by the Dust Bowl, who looked fine. Like they were probably in the same position as her, but they were what am I saying? They were well dressed and they weren't dusty. They were dusty, but anyway, I don't know exactly where I'm going with this. I'm like really I think I needed to eat more today and my brain is not working, but that's normally. Um I got to work on my speaking skills, I think. Damn. I guess I'm trying to figure out the purpose of my photography, my purpose of my photos. Um, because like beauty itself, it doesn't feel like I've never really liked just taking a photo. Always wanted to do more to a photo. Um, and I guess coming back to this thing I was saying about the migrant mother is people put is a sort of propaganda thing. People put a meaning onto a photograph or onto an artwork of some sort. And so I guess I'm trying to figure out what kind of meaning can I put on this image here that we have in the corner of me staring off into the wherever I'm looking into. Um, yeah. Oh, you know what? I just started reading just started reading the article here, and it says the Amish uh, violate the term for the some Amish. The issue of consent becomes a factor. Participation in their own as active participation of their own photography is considered prideful, which may be in their mind a sin. Um, um, but like that's their religious belief. But man, I really wish anything I was saying was cohesive. Um, I'm just sorry. I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what I'm saying. Um, I'm sure somebody understands what I'm saying right now, but yes. All right, let me think here. I want to figure out some sort of meaning when I make an artwork. When I take a photo like this and I immediately go and change the color. I don't necessarily know why I want to change the color. It might be because I guess I guess colors are wow, it's a beautiful sunset. I guess colors are very powerful in my mind. Because they like, I mean, everybody knows color theory or of color theory, I'm sure, meaning like, um, the power that colors hold. Like, they could mean one thing or mean another thing. But when I make these things, I just like I don't know. I always gravitate to blue. I think blue is sort of like the opposite of my skin tone. Well, actually, let's see if that's true. We're gonna go and hit invert. Blue is the opposite of my skin tone, so that makes sense. But I don't know. I mean, let's. I guess I can sit here and analyze the photo a little bit and just kind of figure out like what's going on. So, uh, I guess I can figure out like what this image itself invokes in me, the artist, I guess. I mean, if there was anybody watching the stream, I would ask them to be like, hey, tell me what you think. But I guess for one thing, man, I'm a little handsome. Look at him. Hand me some of that. You know what I mean? There was this one time while I was in school, but my instructor was telling we were talking about models and what parts of people's faces are not, I guess, attractive, or like what qualities or whatever like that. And it was really awkward because we're all sitting there, and he says, he I don't remember the exact context of what he was saying, but he was saying, oh yeah, and then Shane over here, he's got these big lips and this jawline and the high cheekbones. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Michael, oh my god, I can't believe you said that to me. This was like probably at like 11:30 a.m. So I was like, oh my, it's just something I wasn't expecting. So I guess that's something like we I don't really look at I look at my face like every once in a while, like, the bathroom mirror, or I'll do a stupid selfie on the Instagram or something like that. But like, I don't know, like, just looking at myself from when I was a kid versus now, I guess I didn't really know what I looked like, and I didn't know what I was going to look like. But I mean, this is sort of like, I mean, I'm 26 now, so I guess this is like, this is me. This is I don't know if you call this prime or not. I'm a little skinny, but like, I don't know. I like, this is me in my prime, I guess, or my whatever years. And I'm like looking at this like, all right, we're gonna look at this from like a drawing standpoint, just for fun, just for fun. So the things that I'm seeing is like whoop, and then maybe a little bit of a whoop, and then I don't know. I'm just gonna draw on my face for a second, then we're gonna figure that out. Hold on, let's try this again. It's a freaking "Good Looking" by Suki Waterhouse on my. I'm like, are you talking about me, Suki? Um. All right, so we're gonna go back to the drawing here. So like, whoop, whoop. Maybe like that. Like a little bit of that. And maybe a little bit of that. And like maybe a little bit of that, you know what I mean? A little, whoa, you know what I mean? And then I'm making handsome Squidward right now. I just realized this is hilarious. All right, let's just turn it off. Like, all right. No, black. Oh, I forgot the eyes. Hold on. Sorry. I didn't mean it. All right, so like, look at him. maybe like a little like lion. So this is my face apparently. Wait, should I do the hair too? Hold on. I don't know if I want to like. I'll just do sort of the shape of the head. Let me try that again. You know, I'm just sort of like guessing on what my hair actually looks like, but oh shoot, I was just drawing on the actual head. Hold on. I wish I could like better control my hair. There was a freaking day like last week. Oh my god, my hair was so like perfect. I didn't know what was going on. I had to do the math on like how exactly it get out of here. How exactly that managed to happen because it was so. Yeah, that's me. That's good. That's kind of interesting. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this exactly, but. I've made myself cute. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I could do something with that. Alright, we're doing something with this. No, not merge visible. Merge layers. Actually, we're gonna do a quick little Gaussian blur or shit. We're just gonna why is it like a copy or something? What's going on? I think lately, I guess we're going. What the face is like? What is my thoughts here? I'm like, what the face is basically what you present to the world. Like what when you walk outside, that is the first thing that human beings see most of the time, unless you're like, I don't know, whatever example. You're walking down the street, you talk to somebody, they're looking at your face, right? I think me personally, over the years, now that I'm 26 years old and I've been, I guess, you can call it unhappy with my face for whatever. I have no reasoning. I don't think anybody has a real reasoning to not like their face. But I think that it goes further. I'm like, oh, hold on. I'm getting distracted. Just bear with me here. I guess it's just thinking about like what you really want to present to the world, and I'm just like, I guess the internet really shows you the good parts, and I think just being a human is like knowing that you are not perfect and you won't be able to show you won't always be able to show the good parts of you. And I think that's sort of why I've always had dreams and aspirations to not be famous necessarily, but be public facing. Doing, I mean, even doing this live stream stuff. Like I would, this is what I want to do. I want to reach a large audience, and I want people to see what I do, and I want to connect with people and stuff like that. But in order to do that, I need to show my face, and that's been the hardest part about this whole thing. Is like I and this is like I guess me making this like metallic kind of thing going on here is like I'm already hiding my face. Like I can't exactly be natural. And that's a tragedy, I think. And I think I'm gonna end up doing something great, but I don't know. I'm just talking here. I'm barely making sense. And getting into going back to just portraiture in general, it's like it's essentially telling someone, or I guess like a really good portrait shows who somebody is in their soul, and this goes back to the soul theft through photography. It's like it really. I think our generation here and now, like growing up in the information computer age, people have learned to sort of hide their souls a little bit, um, because now that everybody has access to it, you're like, oh man, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to be telling everybody about that. I think that's probably what my issue is that I don't want everyone to have access to me. Um, and I guess I sort of got to decide what they get and what I get, because the hardest thing is to I think, and I'm about to reveal something about myself. The hardest thing is I think, I mean, for me to give myself to someone, or to give myself to a certain set of people. And I mean, I guess that is sort of part of being a human, is that you are part of something, um, and that you regardless if you want to or not, you are giving yourself to something that's bigger than you. And I think that's what we're all supposed to do at the end of the day. Um, so, and that kind of gets into the colors here. The colors thing I was talking about before is like, is this maybe this is who I am? Maybe this color thing that I'm painting on my own face here is. I kind of like this color combo. Hold on, everybody, stop talking. This like kind of tan and white. That's kind of interesting, but I don't know. It's a difficult. I guess we can just go ahead and read up more on it while we're at it. So and bear with me, everybody here. Um, I am dyslexic. If there's nobody here, it doesn't really matter then. But like, I'm gonna mess up on the words, so just hear me out. And that's another thing of showing myself. Oh, I hate reading out loud, but I'm doing it anyway. The religious and spiritual beliefs of some cultures are not detailed in in written records. Anthropologist and photography librarian Carolyn J. Marr notes that some Native Americans stated that they did not want to be photographed based on the belief that the photograph would steal their soul. Nonetheless, this is not a belief held by all Native Americans, so the thing I was saying earlier was correct. As many examples of carefully staged and posed Native American portraits exist. There's a couple examples of these in the National Portrait Gallery in Washington D.C. That there's like a lot of those there, so that makes sense. The ill-defined nature of the fear of the soul. The ill-defined nature of the fear of soul theft takes an appearance in pop culture humor and the Futurama. Okay, where people's life force was sucked out of their bodies by a photographic print, which is it's kind of funny in the context of Futurama. Of course, it's a very funny TV show. Assuming that people can, or that some people at some times have genuinely believed photography can steal their souls, how can we begin to analyze this claim? It is safe to assume that the soul is made of light. We're getting into something here. It is safe to assume that the soul is made of light. For why else would there be such a concern that why else would there be a concern that a machine that captures light is capturing the soul? If the soul were something besides light, then we might be worried by being captured by a vacuum cleaner, fishing line, or a Ziploc bag. Now that's a crazy line. I'm gonna make sure that also. This is not my article. This is an online article. This is Matt Crowley from Skeptical Inquirer. Just pointing that out while we're here. Now, this whole paragraph has been very interesting to me lately because I have been doing, every once in a while I'll have this like weird fixation where I'll be like, oh man, I'm thinking about this a lot. Now, recently I don't know if I call it a dream or something like that, but I just had a thought that sort of occurred to me about genies. Okay, so genies or jinn. So I don't know if I talked about I talked to it about with a bunch of people, but I don't know if I talked about it on the last stream. But nonetheless, genies or jinn are in Islamic and like Arabian folklore are these beings, these spirits that exist both on Earth and also in just a higher dimension. They have like basically the movie Aladdin is the Robin Williams character or Will Smith, whichever one you really want to go for. I think I'm going to prefer Robin Williams in this case. He's the big blue guy. He does all these magical things and everything like that. So I was doing some reading on jinn and Islam. Jinn are created by Allah or God or however you want to perceive it as, and there's like a sort of like a hierarchy on how all these things are set up. So there's God at the top, obviously, and then there's the angels who are completely obedient to God and they exist in the same realm as God, right? And then right after that there's a realm of existence, a plane of existence. Some people think it's the fourth dimension. I'm going to get into that in a minute. That goes down, and then so the genies or jinn are there, and so what they can do, they are apparently okay. And I'm also basing some of this off of a movie that I watched recently. What are components of jinn in Islam. So okay, so in the Quran, the jinn are said to be made from smokeless flame, or a specific type of fire. So it's not I mean, what it says here is that it's not exactly fire. It's what I was watching this other video about it, and they were saying like it could be some sort of plasma that they're made out of or something like that. They have they have I don't want to I hold on I don't want to get too off topic here before, because I will get off topic, but I want to stay on the topic of photography here. But they're made of this. I guess I'm just introducing them to you if you don't know about them. So they are like, oh, also okay. So there's just God, it's so difficult to be in my mind sometimes. So all right, so there's God, angels, jinn, and then humans. That's sort of like the planes of existence kind of thing. So there's like heaven, the land of the jinn, earth, right? So, um, so they're supposedly made from smokeless flame, which is not fire, but it's not fire. They have free will and choice. They're their own souls. They can do whatever they can do. They can choose if they follow God or if they do something else, or they choose what they do. Basically, free will. They're invisible to human. This one I haven't really done too much research into whatever Al Gaib is here. Gahaib, however they say that. I just to stay on topic, I'm not going to look into it too far right now. They can change their forms. They can be whatever. And so what the part that interests me the most about this right now, and I want to change the color just because I want to change the color, I think. Sue me. We're going to go how too much. Okay, anyway, oops. What interests me the most about these guys what interests me the most about these guys, and just the concept of a being that scared the shit out of me. My cat is walking through the door, and hello kitty. The cat is walking through the door, and the door just opens, and I don't see anybody walking in, and I'm talking about jinn and genies, and I'm like, uh-oh, what is this? The kitty? Hi kitty, come here, come here. Hi, sweetheart. Oh my goodness, hello. Oh my god, you're so sweet. Anyway, we what interests me about them? You want to come up here? Nope. Just getting the hell out of here. Anyway, what interests me the most about them is the I guess it is the plane. There's a separate plane of existence that they are on. Um, and so this dream or whatever thing that I was talking about before was about like the connection between light and the fourth dimension, which is some people perceive as time. So all of the colors of the rainbow, if you put them all together, if you go from black to, sorry, not black, if you go to red, from red to purple, if you go through the whole spectrum, and we'll look at the spectrum here. Spectrum of light. If you look through the whole visible light spectrum to us, if you go from here to here, and you put them all together, if you smash them all together, and I probably could do it on the computer, on Photoshop here, to prove it, but I'm not going to. if you put them all together, it becomes white light. And so the thing that comes from the sun is that way. That's why I'm putting that way, or a light bulb or something like that. That is white light. And so I'm thinking if these things are if these genies or jinn are made of smokeless flame, I'm thinking is light is a flame. Like, I mean, if you get a magnifying glass in the middle of summer and you put it on the ground, the ground's gonna light on fire, right? So I'm thinking there's some sort of connection. I'm it's all working in my head. I just can't get it out correctly. Um, Let me think about this. Let me think about this. I've said it before. I've said it before to people when I was not sober. So I'm sober right now. So that's probably what's stopping me from making sense right now. But okay, I'm back. I'm back. The concept of the soul being a light. So the soul as light. Let's see if I can zoom in here. A something that captures light could capture the soul, and if the soul is light, I'm so I'm so sorry. I don't know who's watching this now or if anybody's watching it, but I'm like struggling over here. Oh my god. Let me really I really had it the other day. The other day I was jamming. I was telling somebody about it and I was like, "All right, let's get down to the dirty deals here." But um okay, hold on. I need to I think it might be Claro in my ear preventing me from thinking correctly. Freaking Claro. Um so humans, most humans, I'm not sure about all humans, there might be one or two, cannot see ultraviolet light, right? We're going to go back to the spectral light here. Spectrum of light. Let me get a good picture of it. I really don't remember if I talked about this before, but it's just something that's been really interesting me lately. So there is. Zoom in on this guy here. Come here. So I'm mainly talking about visible light. There's so much more that we can't see, which is kind of interesting, but we can definitely see this. And what I'm talking about here, where I think that these genies and these jinn or whatever you want to call it, and whatever other beings that are out there, I think that they exist in this ultraviolet space. So, um, you guys have heard about we've you guys have heard about like you take a picture in a scary haunted house or something like that, and then in the background of a picture there's a woman in all black, like a black robe or something like that, standing behind you, and then when you turn around that person's not there. Just making sure nobody was behind me. Anyway, um and like that was like a camera, and that was the soul capture thing that we were talking about here. um I really like I know I gotta have a reason for me to be talking about this, but I just I don't have one. I don't have a reason at all. I don't know what I'm like stressed right now. Why am I so stressed about this? Um, Damn. I swear I'm not usually like this. This is not normal. I say that. Oh my god. I've been tired today. I don't know what to tell you. I think there's two people watching the stream right now, and I might be one of them. Um, but nonetheless, I thank you for watching, and I thank you for sitting through this. I know this is probably very grueling to me for me being stopping every 5 seconds. Um, I guess I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out the soul. As I step into the world, as anybody steps into the world, how much in portraiture, how much do you show of a person? Like how much it's dangerous work. I think that's like cuz it's somebody how the world perceives someone. It's really all about how the world perceives someone because they were like that's how you get to know someone is by looking at them. I mean, obviously talking to them too, but like everything about a person exists on their face, I think, and exists in a portrait. So when you're taking a photograph of somebody, I guess you got to think about. Well, you got to have a reason to be taking it. I mean, you don't have to have a reason to be taking a photo. Just maybe you want to take a photo. Like I just wanted to take a photo of. I really didn't have a reason. I guess it was just because I look good. I don't know. I was doing it just because I wanted to take photos that day, so that was it. But hmm, this is less of a Photoshop thing and more of a just a thought stream for sure. Um, this is gonna be awful for somebody who's watching later on. Who is this person? Why is this person important, or why isn't this person important? I guess that's like from from my objective perception of this photograph as I drew on the face, which I think is gone now. I think the drawing that I managed to delete it somewhere around here, but like let's see if I can find it again. The handsome Squidward situation over here. Like, why is this person important? Um, I guess it's like, why is anybody important? I'm really like this is genuinely challenging to me. I'm really trying to figure out we can huh. I think this requires a lot more thought. um Like, I mean, like, even, I mean, like, not on stream thought, where I'm just sitting here, like, really thinking about what it is. I mean, I don't really need to have a reason. Like, nobody really needs to have a reason to exist. They just kind of do. Like, I mean, I didn't ask my parents to make me. They just did. So it's like, I think maybe I'm trying to think this too hard. Um, I mean, I get for American culture at least, there is this like push to, or not push, but there's this, I guess, the culture of celebrity and everything, of like, oh, this person's important because they're important. Like, we're gonna obviously go into Kim Kardashian here. Like, she she's a beautiful person, a beautiful, like physically beautiful. But is there a reason? I think she's just like a just making money. I guess that's basically what she does. Is she's just a beauty, and so maybe that's her thing. But for somebody like, let's see, let me think of another example here. Um, there's actors like Pedro Pascal or something like that. His face, a lot of his roles, I guess, use um, yeah, a lot of his role, just the ones that I've watched. He's a father. He's like he uses his face as an actor, and the reasoning. God, I mean, I want to say I should have written something down before I started the stream, but nah, this is me sort of brainstorming here. But I guess I'm here trying to figure out why I'm here, why I'm doing this, and working with what I have here, because I don't really know what I'm doing. All I know is that I love photography. I love taking photographs. I love those. I really love moments. Like, even when I don't have a camera, I really love moments. And when I look at this photo here, when I look at this photo here, every ugh, we're sitting up. There's so many. I mean, first of all, I remember when I actually took this photo, where I was, what I was doing in my life, and everything like that. And I was like, I remember where the lighting was. I remember having the flag that I was talking about before, and the other lighting and everything like that. I remember that. But there are little moments. Oh, sorry. There are little moments that I see in this. So if we cut out the world, if we cut out the world and we just go ahead and go like, no, I don't want to save it yet. Cut out the world and just go like there. No, I really, there's some I'm pointing at my chest. There's some sort of feeling I get right here. This this little square right here. I don't know what it is, but there's some sort of feeling. There's something there. And it's quiet. I think a lot of my life, there's been a lot of noise. There's been a lot of noise up in this thing up here, but in this little tiny expression, it's quiet. Like if I was in a conversation with somebody and I look at them, you can. I think one of my favorite forms of communication is nonverbal communication. I love looking at somebody across the room, or I love being in a conversation with somebody, and then, or maybe like a two or three people, and one person says something crazy, and I sort of shoot a look over to the other person over here. I love that because it's like something I didn't a lot of the time, and especially during this stream here, I think I haven't really known what to say a lot of the time, but I can express how I feel through my face. I can just have that, like, oh, that, and there's this little. All right, I'm gonna hold on. That's not how you spell it. No, hold on, wait. YouTube. Sorry, hold on. Give me a sec. What am I saying? Gundam. New type flash. So, all right. There's this anime. There's Japanese anime called Gundam. I'm not sure if anybody knows about it, but and basically these the characters in there are humans, and then they're space. So humans have gone into space. In this one, they're piloting giant robots and fighting each other. That's not really relevant to what we're talking about, but humans have gone to space and they've done experiments on humans, and also apparently humans are evolving to live in space and have a sixth sense or whatever like that. And so how they visualize this in the show. I'm gonna see that much later. How they. All right. Okay, we're just watching anime now. Hold on. There's gonna be okay. I'm not gonna play the audio just because the video might get copyright struck, so I'm not gonna do that. But okay, there's this little moment here. So I'm talking about these little moments, like this little moment right here, right? So when I'm in a conversation with somebody, I'm talking, and then I have. Do you see? Okay, did you guys see this little like lightning flash here? Is like intuition. It's a sense that's not, like, I guess intuition is the perfect word here. And the pilots. This is Gundam. Oh, there it goes again. There's another one. Like just this little like whoop, like a little flash there. I'm like, oh, I know what I'm doing, or I know what I'm talking about. And being able to have a look like that, and like you're in a conversation, you're talking to somebody, and then you know exactly what they're talking about. But you don't say it out loud. You just know it, and the other person knows as well because you made eye contact. That is a powerful thing. And that's sort of like, I know this is just like a photograph and it's me like trying to look like Henry Cavill or whatever, but like there's so I guess a still image like this is really, I guess I can put meaning onto it because it's me, obviously, but like I don't know, maybe maybe that's what the artwork is. I don't know. I wish somebody was here to actually talk about this with me. Oh, hello. Um, I wish somebody was here to actually talk about this with me, because like, let's look up I mean, there's like famous portraits. I'm gonna look up what's her name. This is not how you spell her name. That's not how you spell her name at all. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I was close. I was close. Okay. Now, right now, Elizaveta Porodina is my favorite photographer at the moment. Perfect example here. Now, oh, I didn't even see this little detail. That's kind of cool. I'm here thinking about like, I guess when I see this, I'm going to do a little analysis just so I can understand what I'm talking about here. What I like about this image, and almost all of her images, is they immediately jump out to me. The colors, the crispiness, the crisps of it, immediately, like easy. This is a winner already. I look at her other photography, same thing. It is so compelling. The grain of the film that she used. I don't know if she uses a film camera. I'm assuming she probably does in this case. The grain of the film and the artistry of it and everything like that. Here, this is actually one of her. I'm going to look it through a couple. I mean, you've already seen a couple of them just from scrolling through this, but her photography. It's most of it's very complex, but this is not very complex. I mean, we got the really expensive, probably like Louis Vuitton or whatever shirt. I wish I was wearing right now, but like, this is a very simple photograph. Um, Same thing with here, like. You don't really, I guess it's a beauty thing. It's like you don't really need to know what it is that you're looking at to know that it's beautiful. And maybe that's like what I'm trying to like figure out here is that my photography, I think I think too much about it. That might be it. I think about like, I'm thinking about soul. I'm thinking about soul theft and all that, and um, like I think like, oh, am I thinking too hard about it? But it's something that comes naturally, and that's the difficult thing. It's beauty. I think on the on the part of it. All of this stuff is high fashion. Everything that is being photographed in these are extremely expensive, like clothing, jewelry, everything like that. Like this woman's hair right here is probably so much work and money probably went into it. Same thing with her makeup, and she's probably, I don't know who she is. I don't know who the model is, but like she's probably being paid so much for this. There's so much money being put into this kind of stuff, and 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 I guess the value of it, the value of this thing, this photography here. I think it makes your heart beat. You know, there's a lot of photography. Like, I mean, photography is used as a tool a lot of the time for a lot of purposes. But I guess for capitalism, marketing, everything like that, it's like you're showing a product. But there's something in this photography. I mean, yes, they are showing products. They're showing um, the clothing, the again, like, yeah, the clothing, the jewelry, the makeup, the hair, the model even. I mean, you're selling her as well, and but at the same time, there's a part of this where it stops being about the money necessarily, and stops being about the product when you don't even know who the designer of any of these things are, unless you're really involved in the world, and it starts being about, wow, this is beautiful. I could look at this all day. And I think that's what I want to make. I find myself a lot of the time, for the last week, I have been listening to the same three songs like over and over and over again, because there's like I get in these cycles, and there's some. Okay, so the paper kites, I'm just gonna show you guys just so you can see. But there's been, I guess, what I really appreciate. And okay, so we're gonna go this song right here. I'm not playing it out loud just because this song right here, "Too Late" by the Paper Kites, um, Electric Indigo as well, and I mean, this one here, "Don't Keep Driving," amazing song. Um, Train Ride Home. Basically, this entire EP album, whatever you want to call this, I have been listening to this for the past week, just on repeat. Like I haven't really even stopped to listen to any other music, because it's just been, it's so perfect that it makes me want to live in that moment. And so with this photograph here, or maybe I can go to a different one because I've been staring at her for a while, but like, um, I don't know. Give me an example. I'm sorry. I'm really like, okay. This one here. This is my favorite out of the Google search here. I honestly don't even want to know what it's about. I mean, I just know that it's beautiful, and this is an image that I would buy a print of, and I would put it on my wall, and then I would stare at it forever. I would want it to repeat and stay, and I just want it in my life. And I think that's, and I want to make that. I want to make that, but I don't want to. I guess we get into the business of things, and we kind of lose everything, but I want to make artwork that people have that feeling for, that they want to keep it in their life, they want to just have it always there. So like I'm not specifically talking about this one because I know some of you. I've been looking at my DMs here. Y'all better be careful here. But if somebody doesn't want to plaster an image of me on their wall or whatever, but it's just something I guess I want to figure out how to make a portrait like this. How to make a portrait so appealing and so beautiful. Um, and I guess that's it. So maybe you know what, I'm just gonna do an analysis on this here, because a lot of work went into this one photograph. I know a lot of the time, like, photography seems like it's maybe this is just my opinion, but seems like it's a like boom, done, easy, send it out. And they actually when photography was first like kind of getting popular, people called it a lower art form. It wasn't high art. It wasn't um, because you didn't put that much work into it, but you kind of do. I mean, Elizava, however you say her name, Elizava, but I don't know how to say her name. Anyway, she definitely puts a lot of work into it because just from this here, so what I can tell she did, this already doesn't. It looks just the way the makeup went in. It doesn't really even. I don't know. It doesn't. It doesn't look like a real person. Almost, it looks like a drawing, but it's definitely is. So I guess we could start with the makeup. The makeup itself here is substantial. It's beautiful because like the way that whoever the makeup artist here did this, like no, I don't know how Elizabeth does her. Eliza Veta, that's her name. I don't know how she does her editing process. Um, but it's obvious that she does use some sort of color manipulation in some way, because I don't know if you can like find colors like that sometimes. Like in a, it may be the film also. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of difficult to to say here, but um, it could be the film, honestly. But it could be a combination of the film and makeup and a little bit of Photoshop or something like that. But anyway, so first of all, you plan out the photo, you figure out what you're doing. So in this case, you got the teardrops, you got the beautiful line, and the fact that the makeup here is the same color as her eyes really brings me in. And then this dark line right here, that really brings me in. Just the fact that it's really the same color as her eyes. And then I think honestly, like I was people different people notice different things first. Whenever I look at this image, I see the woman first. I don't see the flame. I think she stands out the most. And then you look at the lighter, and that's like the source of light. So what she did, what I'm pretty sure she did, is she got a color dodging, or just a dodging thing. It's a photography technique she did dodging thing and brightened up just the edges, and you can sort of see in that there's like the same color. There's the same color of flame right here, and it makes this glowing effect on the lips and on the nose and up here, but it doesn't do it everywhere, which is kind of interesting. But nonetheless, it's great. And then this is my actually first time seeing that the lighter actually had something on it. I just thought I just didn't even think about it honestly, but it's the colors, the pink or kind of purplish background really goes well with this red orange rouge kind of situation going on here, and then this cloudy, or not even, there's a better name for the type of white that's going on right here. Steel, like the steel white or something like that. That really, and it goes well with the purple as well. So that's something. The her fingernails here. Her nails are, one is the background color, another one is the face color, and that kind of like brings both of them in here, and but you're instantly drawn in when you see it, and then you don't want to stop looking at it. That's basically it here. Like that's what I'm thinking. So how do we create that exactly? There's just so many so many cool things that she did. So I'm really just trying to think of like, how can I, like, hold on. I think most of my photography here doesn't have like, it's simple. It doesn't have anything else except for me. Like, let me, hold on. No, I mean, this photograph here just has me. It doesn't have anything else. Let's see if I can find there we go, the original. So the original has me, and sure, I got the shirt. I've got the open collarbone neckline going on over here, and then the long neck, and then it goes up to the chin and everything like that. That's what it's got, but it doesn't have. Well, this is also my objective opinion, and somebody else's opinion could be completely different. It sort of just exists. It doesn't have something that it doesn't have a reason to. Doesn't have a reason to pull you in, maybe. Like, for this one here, like we were looking at this before, the tears. There's something going on in this, right? Okay. For this one here, it's the flowers and the lips. Flowers and the lips and whatever's going on right here. Okay. Same here. It's the hat. Because otherwise this would just be a person. It would still be a beautiful image, but it would just be a person. It's the hat and the flower. Mirror. Yeah, it's the mirror, it's the hair, it's the curl in the hair, earrings, the rings, everything like that. This one, it's Bella Hadid. Honestly, I mean, some models, their fame just kind of overdoes everything, but that's that. Here, if I can actually get in there, here it's the lips, the eyes, that shine right there. That's what I'm seeing there. Even here, here's a more simple image. I think it's the expression. And I guess what I was talking about before was my expression. This little tiny. So maybe now that we're almost 2 hours in, maybe we really kind of get into what we're talking about here. So if I grab this and then I do something to it that changes it. I'm going to go with that blue again because I just think it's right. I'm going to put that there just to remember it. Maybe not that. Hold on. Not that way. Just make it a little more pale, I think. Like right about there. Well, that's something. And maybe we'll go down here and I'll try another color. I don't know. Place color. And it's so interesting, like the different sections of the face do many different things. I don't know, something like that. I'm gonna just mess this entire thing up. Hold on. Some of my things are, see, and like, okay, so this is a good example of something striking. Now there's also, oh, you know what, I've talked about her on other occasions. There's also just striking images of beauty as well. There's nothing really other than, wow, this person is beautiful. Like Hedy Lamarr here. I talked about her on a stream a couple months ago. I think, I mean, even if you don't know who she is, you know this is a very, very beautiful woman. And actually, she was actually considered one of the most beautiful women at the time. Like actress. She was an actress, inventor. You know, you guys should do your research because she is one of my idols for sure. She's I don't know, just because there's a brain behind there. There's beauty, and then there is a brain behind there as well, and I really like that. Like it's in the eyes a little bit. Like I mean, let's go to freaking. I mean, there's that. It's in the eyes, the expression, the vibe that she gives off is very that. Um, I don't know. There's some. And then for him, there's like this. I don't know. I guess it's something striking. Maybe this is the photograph. There's like nothing else I can do to really confuse anything else. This is it. It is perfect how it is. I think too hard about things. I think that might be it. Like, all right, we're gonna get. I mean, like after I said that, like the photographer in me, like, all right, maybe I should like do something with this or something. Like, I don't know. Shadows. I mean, that's something I can do to it. That makes me look. It makes me look a little scary now, but I mean, this is what this tool or method is what what's her face there? What? Hold on, I gotta get back here. Come on, come on, come on. This is the method that she uses. Like, I'll come back here. Like the. All right, let's back up for a second. Just giving myself a spray tan here. Definitely done something now, so. Maybe perhaps I went a little too far. Hold on. All right, let's back up. Let's back up. Let's back up. That one's okay. All right, so now we got whatever just happened there. Ouch. I'm just gonna make it a little. No, not green. All right, let's go back a sec. I mean, I look like I'm bruised. I look like I have a bunch of bruises on me. I mean, I think I've done a similar thing to what she's done here. Find a better example, like. That's just beautiful. That's not what I was looking for. Galloway. Galloway. Well, I figured out how she was doing it, so. Honestly, no, I think I like the thin one. That's kind of cool too. That's not what I was going for, but interesting. Let's take a couple steps back here. Probably an easier way to do this, but this is how I'm doing it. Alright, we gotta take another step back. I look bald. There's no, hold on. I don't want to be bald. think that's the one. And there we go. Hold on, let me see if I can. Let me see, like, okay. I just need like I mean, it's subtle. I just need something to just make it stand out just a little bit. Because it's still a little dark. I don't want to lose that color, but I don't want to. I think I need to meet a makeup artist, and they need to tell me how to do this stuff. But I think this is it. I find it quite interesting. And yeah, that's what we got for today. How long has this been? 2 hours and 14 minutes. That's been a good amount of time. We did something. We thought a lot about what we're doing here and what we're making, which is great. It's wonderful. I want to thank everybody who watched. Kelsey is a good person to ask. Actually, I should do that. Yes, thank you everybody for watching. It's just been great. One more look. I mean, there's more I can do. There's always more I can do. But this still stands out pretty good. Like I'm maybe I can. Ouch. I don't want to get too into it right now. I think my brain hurts from everything that I just did. So we're gonna go ahead and save it, and and then we'll figure it out. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. I learned a lot. Um, and I will see you next week. See you on the Instagrams. We'll see what happens. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you.